afternoon, everyone. My name is Jess Vaccaro, and I will be your session moderator today for our WayUp in Yellow program. So this session will really be focused on how to be successful in your first job. We will have 5 different experts from the top quality companies across the globe, and we'll really be talking you through where you should start your personal journey through your job search. So joining us today, we have Oscar Cid del Prado from RSM, we have Annie Roden from Lumen, Jamila Smith from Bloomberg, Blessing Utomi from Citi, and Jerome Warfield from Lumen as well. So thank you all for joining us, and we're really excited to get this conversation started. And again, thank you to our attendees. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us this afternoon. We'll be able to cover a lot of information in a short amount of time, so really appreciate you joining us. Our first question is, what do you, the panel, believe you would do to prepare for your first job? Why don't we kick it off with Oscar?
I'll share with you the top 10, I guess, qualities or things that you can do to transition from school to work. Number 10, dress to impress. Number 9, exams aren't to give in twice a semester at work. Number 8, make the most of your time off. Number 7, graduate from college lingo to business professional, right? Whatever that might look like for your specific industry. Number 6, know how to network. Your network is your net worth in many situations. Number 5, manage your own time. Number 4, know your netiquette, right? Know your people, know the industry that you're in. Number 3, be confident with what you bring to the table. Number 2, get started with the right attitude. And number 1, be yourself. We don't want you to give us what we want to hear during the interview process and then be someone completely different.
I actually want to touch on 2 of your top 10, starting with number 10, dress to impress. You really want to make sure that no matter which role you're working in, you're dressing appropriately and professionally for that role. Even if you are working in a remote environment, you want to make sure that your attire is appropriate for those video calls, such as this one as well. And I also want to touch on number 7, Oscar, when you talk about graduating your lingo from college to professional. One thing that you can do to really help you with this is just read publications in your field to keep you up to date with current trends. And then that could also help increase your knowledge and your jargon in that field.
Yeah, and I will chime in there as well. I think one of the biggest things to note is being confident and professional, right? Because the organization hired you for a reason. So when you walk in on day 1, you show them, this is why you hired me for that job. And that confidence is really going to come through into Oscar's and Jerome's point, how you dress, how you carry yourself, and also your professionalism. So confidence is key.
And one thing that will help you in that confidence area, and a very important strategy to be successful in a new job, is setting self-improvement goals, both professional and personal goals for your growth. So in order to grow and develop, you'll need to set achievable goals that will help you develop new skills. This may force you to step outside of your comfort zone a bit, which is good. You want to challenge yourself. And then throwing in personal goals within your professional really takes effort. It produces good habits for yourself and really drives in on that focus. So something that I have used, and I know many people within multiple different industries use, are SMART goals. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound.
And Annie, as you were mentioning as well too, a big important thing about stepping outside of your comfort zone is definitely building new connections on your first job as well too. So I guess for the audience, I'm actually in my first job right out of college. So all these topics are very, very relevant and been on my mind for the past few weeks, but definitely want to be open to building new connections and to networking, and especially being excited to meet your team and meeting the team around you. So whether that's just having introductory coffee chats or having just touch bases with folks that are on your floor in your building, you really want to be able to start building that network from an early on stage so that, once you build your network, you can lean on those folks for either direct support or also for mentorship as well, which will then contribute to your overall success in your first job.
All really great points. What should you do during the job? So you've found the job, you've already started. What are some tactics that can really, help you feel comfortable? So Oscar, why don't we start with you again?
You have to be confident in yourself and confident in what you bring to the table. Eye contact is everything, right? That's very important in, not just in the sense that you're you're feeling confident and you show confidence, but also for yourself, to stand, so stand your ground, per se. Sit upright and lean forward, smile.
One thing that I've really taken into account over my 10 years of professional experience is knowing when to receive feedback, to accept it and implement it. Make those improvements. Over time, it will continue to grow you. Like I said earlier, on both a professional and a personal manner, I feel that over my tenure, I have really improved greatly on my communication style, how I approach situations, thinking about strategy and not just doing something. So find a mentor, listen honestly to them, and make those changes to better your professional experience, especially within that first job.
Once you start in your new role, start keeping a daily or weekly track of all your accomplishments, right? All of your tasks, all of your stretch opportunities, maybe really nice emails that people have sent to you in terms of all the great work you've done, but also your developmental areas, right? I've found that in my career, if I try to remember everything I've done within the past year, it's really hard and I'm really going to miss something that's crucial.
Really just making sure that you're not afraid to ask questions, because when you are asking questions, that's empowerment right there. That's building that confidence, and you're learning your work, you're learning what your job is. And so people, they want to know, they know you're going to be new. They know that you're going to be, coming right into this as a fresh face. And so they expect you to have questions and they want to answer them for you. So definitely don't be afraid to ask questions. They're going to be your best friend.
I know I've had my fair share of mistakes, but one thing that you want to do is take accountability, of course, and then you also want to practice what you've learned and just use that into future situations. One thing that can help you with this is just exposing yourself to as many situations as possible and being collaborative and just getting involved to build your network, similar to what everyone on the call has been saying so far. And just another good point to that is just being vulnerable and just being willing to put yourself out there, because when you're being vulnerable, similar to Annie said, you learn more when you're uncomfortable. And another great point is just to advocate for yourself, especially in a corporate setting. You want to prepare as much as you can. As Jamila was saying, write down all of your accomplishments and things that you've completed, because your leader won't necessarily have all of that in their back pocket. Of course, they know what you're doing, but who is better to tell your story than you? So definitely be your biggest advocate in your roles and any development opportunities that you would want to pursue going forward.
I love that point, Jerome. I always say to my team members and my family when we talk about jobs is look out for number one. You are number one in your life, and it's most important for you to keep track of your success and really, again, to your point, advocate for yourself. So I feel like that is such a good kind of final point to wrap this up. I really want to thank all of the panelists. You guys provided so much, information and depth that I know will be really helpful for our early career students who have joined us on this call today. Thank you all again, students and candidates, for joining us. Really, please feel free to reach out with any additional questions. We are going to do a quick Q&A coming up here, and then Yellow and WayUp have so many different resources that really help prepare you for all of these points in your career. So please don't forget to take advantage of those. And we're really excited to send you off on your journey of finding and mastering that first role. So thank you all so much.